G'day guys and welcome back to Montage Sports, and today I am previewing the biggest upcoming event happening in Australia right now, the ICC T20 Cricket World Cup final, and what an absolute rip snorter it is going to be. The Aussies are taking on the Kiwis. I think it's at Dubai International Stadium, but it is going to be an absolute ripper game and cannot wait for it. 10 o'clock on the Sunday night, and it is going to be an unbelievable game. Cannot wait. And yeah, so today I'm basically just going to be previewing, so why don't we get straight into it. So Australia versus New Zealand, this game is massive for both sides. It's a rematch of the 2015 ICC ODI World Cup final, and Australia ended up winning that, and that was a decent game. But this game, I think that's going to be more interesting. It's going to be a better game, going to be closer, and I think that it is going to be an absolute great game. It's Australia's second game, their second time in a T20 World Cup final. It's New Zealand's first, and Australia, they're not the best T20 side. I definitely know that, but you know what? I think that we might be able to get the job done. And New Zealand, they are the best current team to play in World Cups. This is because they've made the World Cup final in this year, the 2021 World Cup, the 2019 World Cup, the ODI World Cup, they made it. The 2015 World Cup, they made it. But in 2015, 2019, they lost. Don't know what is going to happen in 2021. So now I'm going to be looking through both teams' strong points, what they need to do on the night. Starting off with Australia, and they need to get off to a good start. Previous starts, they're not a very good T20 side when it comes to starting well. Aaron Finch usually he either bats well or he bats poorly and gets out in the first over. If Aaron Finch get off to a good start, and if he can get runs at more than a run a ball, then that would be great. Top order need to perform. I remember staying up one night to watch Australia versus England, and it was shocking. I think I remember going to bed in about the 10th over because we were like 5-20 after 10 overs, and that was just horrendous. And if Australia do that, it's game over. If they can perform early and straight up do really well, then I think that we probably will win the cup. Opening bowlers need to take early wickets. Another thing that Australia need to do. If they don't take early wickets, they'll lose. But if Josh Hazlewood, Pat Cummins can take a couple of early wickets in the power play, that'll be great, not only their confidence, but for the end result. And they need to be loud in the field, and they've got to keep up the confidence. When Australia are flat, they are horrendous, they are terrible. But when they're up and about, they can be a very, very good and ferocious cricketing side. And now on to New Zealand. They cannot get out in the power play. As I just said with Australia, if they can get wickets in the power play, they probably end up winning the World Cup. Whereas New Zealand, if they can stay in for most of the power play, they don't get any wickets off them in the power play, that will be great. And Trent Boult is the best bowler in the side. He's got to swing the new ball nice and early, get a couple of wickets. As I said before, with Australia, Australia need to have a good start. New Zealand need to have a good start with the ball, and if New Zealand can get a couple of early wickets, and they will definitely win the World Cup. And finally, yeah, they got to get a few wickets in the power play. As I just said, if New Zealand can get a couple of wickets, 2 or 3 wickets in the power play, that will. I mean, Australia's lineup is very deep, but they can easily, if they get a couple of wickets, and I think that Australia will be an easy beat. And finally, to be honest, this is my tip, and I'm not being biased or anything, but I think that Australia will win the T20 World Cup by 5 wickets. It'll be a high scoring, close game. I think Australia will get the job done in the last 2 overs, and that would be really good. I think that they would do it, well, not quite comfortably. I reckon it'll be pretty hard, but I think that Australia should get the job done. And it'll be Australia's first T20 championship, which is going to be hard. They're hard to come by, their T20 championships. I remember saying in the preview of the whole World Cup, I thought it would be India versus the West Indies, and the West Indies had a horrid T20 tournament, and India, I think they played pretty poorly this tournament as well. So T20 is unpredictable, and I think that David Warner He's had a great tournament, apart from that game against England when he scored one. I think that he'll top score with 74 runs, and he is going to bat really well, and he is going to also help Australia win their maiden T20 World Cup. And I think that Josh Hazlewood will take 3 wickets. He's great with the new ball, he's great in the power play, and against South Africa took 3 early wickets, and then they were pretty easy beat after that one. And sad for New Zealand, but it'll be their 3rd World Cup loss in 3 World Cup finals, and yeah, that's going to be pretty bad for the New Zealanders. The Kiwis, they lost in 2015 against Australia, they lost in 2019 against England, and now I think that they're going to lose in 2021 against Australia. I hope that happens because I'm from Australia, but it's going to be pretty sad for New Zealand cricket and their supporters. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my preview. Go follow the socials, chuck a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed. Go Australia, and see you in the next one.